For years, I have been hearing that obesity is on the rise, not just in the UK, but around the world globally, especially in children and in teenagers. I have been hearing statistics since 2012 when I actually started my own health journey that obesity will be in like one of three children in the UK. And it's time that we really need to take, especially over the summer holidays, we need to take a stock of, are we enabling our children to eat a healthier diet, or are we actually making them couch potatoes? Good day everyone, another edition of Diary of a Black Mum. My name is Marsha B and I'm a mother of 6, also a fashion entrepreneur. Today is about health and nutrition, simply because I'm sure there's parents out there right now recognising our children are consuming far too much in the summer holidays. It's because it's the summer holidays. They're not at school, they're not in their routine, and they just feel the need to eat and eat and eat as if they have a bottomless pit of a stomach. And I talk about this because it's a hot topic. It's a hot topic because as I look at children right now, from whether they're 4 years old going into primary school or they're in high school already, there's a lot more children that are bigger in size. Okay, I'm not disrespecting no child out there, but obesity is on the rise, and this is why I've decided to talk about health and nutrition. And I believe when I was on my health journey back in 2012, after my father had passed away, I decided I need to take action. I need to take action for myself, which then in turn would influence my own children to make healthier decisions on food. And sometimes in the summer holidays, you can become so relaxed. You can be like, oh my gosh, do you know what? Things go out the window. You pick up a burger or two, you pick up your chips, whether you're having it from the supermarket or you're going to have it as a takeaway. It's really easy to do that in the summer holidays because it's just convenient. But this is the problem, and the supermarkets are not helping it. Have you ever checked when you go into the supermarket what's the first thing you see at the entrance of the door? Test it out for yourself, guys. Go into a supermarket this week and see if when you get through the door of a supermarket, I guarantee there is going to be sweets, chocolate, buy one, get one free. And it's not organic stuff, that's buy one, get one free, you know. And it's not healthy stuff. It's not dried fruit. It's not seeded fruits. It's not going to be fruit and vegetables. It's going to be everything that is processed, everything that is high in sugar, high in fat. Now, I know we're in a cost of living crisis, and people say, but Marsha, I have a budget and it's easy for me to buy cheap, over-processed food. But this is the problem. The supermarkets are not helping us, and we're not helping ourselves. So you have to actually go back to how we were brought up. I remember, you know, my granddad, bless him, my dad's dad, he had an allotment and he would have so much produce. Now, guys, if you think about it as parents, it's also educational. If you grow your own vegetables, you have your own vegetable patch, you're saving money because you've actually got your own produce in the back garden, which means in reality, you save money going to the store because you've got your food in your back garden. You might have to go pick up your meat if you're a meat eater. But if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, it's so much easier and convenient for you having your own allotment, vegetable patch. And actually then you show your children the process of growing your own food from the seed and nurturing it and talking to it and watering it and weeding it. And then when the vegetables are ready, then you actually, you know, dig them up and you, for example, I love putting grated carrots in my, whether it's a chicken mince bolognese or a vegetarian option style bolognese, where it's just pure veg all minced up together with some pasta sauce, homemade sauce if you need to, because obviously you're growing tomatoes if you're growing tomatoes, right? And that is a way of incorporating healthier foods into your children's diet. Sometimes the children don't want to eat grated carrots in their bolognese. Sometimes they don't want to eat the mushrooms or the beans. But, you know, there's so much out there right now on social media showing you how you can make healthier meals. And I think people are realising as well, when you consume meat, I remember learning this when I became a health coach. You could eat a burger today and that meat is still breaking down in your system for 30 days. Now, think about how that meat looks if it was out there on the side of your tabletop in the kitchen. What does that meat look like after 30 days? And I start to think about, oh my God, what does my insides look like after that meat is still breaking down after 30 days? And it's not pretty. It don't smell good. It don't look good. It's funky. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking about the meat, but you get the point, right? We need to consume less meat. We need to eat more vegetables, more greens, more things that are, from the earth. Not all this processed stuff. I know my children were talking about the other day, I don't know where they were bought something, but they said, oh yeah, Mum, that we tried this burger, but it had plastic cheese. And I'm like, hold on, when did we start consuming plastic? Like, why is it acceptable? Not to say it was physically plastic. I think it had a plastic appearance in the burger. It didn't actually melt. Now, that was a red flag for me. I'm like, do you know what? The system out there right now is not really helping us. So parents have to do so much. We've got a big job to play, right? We have so many different hats being a parent, but health and nutrition is one of them. And I know, my son, when he goes to shop with his sisters, he's got a tendency to say to them, oh, sis, can I get a sweetie? And then he'll come home, but he knows if he eats this one particular blue sweet in front of me, he knows I'm going to confiscate it. So he'll hide it. And I start to think, actually, you know what? I need to explain to him the reason why I don't want him having these sweets, because it's high in colouring. And you'll notice sometimes if your children eat certain types of food that's high in sugar, they start to behave differently. And my son bounces off the walls like, I don't know, what's that? I can't even think of a cartoon. I want to say Speedy Gonzales, but Speedy Gonzales was always beep beep running really quickly. I don't know if there was a cartoon character that would bounce up and down, back and forth. But yeah, if your child's doing that, you know what they're eating. Something in the ingredients isn't actually right for them. So there's so many ways of supporting your child. I would always tell my customers or my clients back in the days, for example, you need to consume loads of water, right? So people say, oh, I don't like the taste of water. But I'm like, water don't taste like anything. So how can you not like water? Because it's just flavourless, right? So if you don't like water because it doesn't taste like anything, chop up fruits, chop up veg, and just let it infuse in a jug overnight. And that actually helps, giving you a bit of flavour, but you need hydration. Our body is made up of like 75% water, and you need to drink. You need to drink water. I always tell my family, drink water first. If you feel hungry, because hunger and thirst feel very similar. And a lot of children think they're hungry, so they tend to eat loads of rubbish. And in fact, they need water. And water will flush out your toxins, and it helps you so much better. So first thing is, as parents, ensure your children drink loads of water. I know that back in the days, it was you have to have 5 a day. 5 a day meaning 5 vegetables, or like 2 vegetables, 3 fruit. Actually, it's probably now 7 a day. But the thing is, the nutrition, the nutrients in the food, especially fruit and veg, is not really there unless you're buying organic. And organic in the supermarkets is expensive. Like I said, it's not at the front of the store, buy one, get one free. So if you have a farm store, support your local farm shop to get your fruit and veg. And again, grow your own if you can. We might get to that time where you have to, I don't know, share resources. For example, my parents had an apple and pear tree in the back of their garden. Oh my God, in the harvest time, one of my siblings used to make the most amazing apple crumbles. I know apple crumbles are not healthy, but it tasted good. What I'm saying is, you can, if you have your own fruit, if you have an apple and pear tree, for example, and your neighbour has cherry, swap, because you're not going to be able to eat all the apples and the pears all in one sitting, or even in that same, the time that you've picked them. So share them with your other mums and dads. That way you're saving money. I know I'm talking about health and nutrition, but I seem to be digressing over to the sharing and building the allotment, because we're getting to that time, guys. We're getting to this phase where food is becoming more expensive, and the food that we're buying, it doesn't have the nutrition, the goodness that it used to have. I know that when my granddad used to make, not make, he used to grow his veg, there was something more satisfying with granddad's allotment food than us eating the same food from the supermarket. And I realised it was because, you know, it was naturally grown. There was no fertilizers, there was no pesticides, there was no rubbish put on the veg. And even the colours of the food of his veg look different. I'm Caribbean, I'm West Indian, British born, but I have West Indian family, and we eat a vegetable called collard, which is very similar to spinach. I believe they're the same family. And I remember every time we would get collard out of a tin, doesn't taste as nice as when Granddad would come home from the allotment and say to my gran, yes, cook up the collard with some dumplings or whatever. And the collard, it tasted absolutely amazing. Rest in peace, Granddad, because now I'm missing, you know, all the things that he taught me as a granddaughter on how to have your own allotment. I should have been listening. Should have been listening, guys. So yeah, health and nutrition is really important for our children, and we have a duty to install the goodness in them. When it comes to snacking, so obviously I'll share drinking water. Drink water first before you eat. If you then still feel hungry after 15 minutes, your body actually is hungry, then eat some food. So a lot of my children, or children out there, they tend to go for the sugary things because it tastes nice. But actually think about giving them other items. You know, I'm a fan of chickpeas. I love hummus. My girls know. Oh my gosh, my children know. We have hummus for days in our house. We have a stack of chickpeas that we can blend up to make hummus. Carrot sticks, apples and peanut butter. There's dried blueberries. What are those? Dried peaches. There's loads of different ways to help and support your children with health and nutrition. Check out, you know, there's websites. I'm not promoting anyone today, so check out social media. Check out, there's many pages that will be there giving us handy tips. But let's do our best, parents. Let's do our best to look after our children's inside. What you put in, not just our children's bodies, but what we put in our own bodies, actually comes out through our skin, through our attitude, through our character. So if you see your child behaving badly, sometimes just take a look back and think, what has my child eaten in the last 24, 48 hours? Has there been a change in, you know, how he or she has been acting? Foods really are there to help us. More things that come out of the ground is better. Put down the processed stuff, guys. It really isn't doing us any favors at all. And I say this as well because if you look at some teenagers, you know, we've all had it. We've all had spots and stuff, but a lot of the spots that our teenagers have, not acne, but some of the foods that they're eating, it comes out in the skin because it's too high in saturated fats. It will start to appear in your skin. So again, if you see even your teenagers looking different appearance wise, check the diet. Are they drinking enough water? Do they go to the bathroom regular? You know, we're supposed to go to the bathroom, the number 2, 3 times a day. And if your child is not doing that, then you have to look at what are they eating? Are they getting bound, or, you know, is their food binding them up so they're not able to go toilet enough? I'm not a doctor, guys. You know, I'm not professionally trained, but over the years I have worked with a company who's actually educated a lot of us to say, guys, your food really does play a serious part with your mental mindset, with your body and how you look. So I'm hoping that this video is really interesting. I hope that you can take something from this. Look after your children's health and nutrition, but also look after yours. What you do, your children follow. So hopefully, as parents, over the summer holidays, we're not going to be overindulging in cakes and sugar. We're going to think about healthier options. Remember, guys, 5 to 7 a day. Could be 3 fruit and 4 veg, or switch it around. Drink loads of water and just check out the sites. There's so much information out there now for you to eat healthier. We really don't have an excuse. Look after those babies and they'll look after you in turn. This is Marsha B from Diary of a Black Mum. I hope that you're enjoying this video today. Please like, comment, share, and also subscribe to my channel. I'm getting in the swing of things, guys. I'm really enjoying these videos. I'll be back again soon. Take care.